Good afternoon, everybody.
Good afternoon.
Nice to see so many of you here. Not as many as the Latin lecture, but never mind. Okay. My God, that's a colour, isn't it? You glow in the dark. So, ladies and gentlemen, I am a little bit limited in what I can do today because of that. Okay? Right. So that's the result of teaching heavy girls. No, actually, the girls, it was my own fault. I fell down the steps. So I can't express maybe some of the things I want in movement today. Right? So you will, hopefully you will forgive me for that. But what I really want to talk about is something that is very, very dear to me, right? And I am not a person who is against development, but I will not throw the technique book out of the window. And I see so many bad things that create bad footwork, bad leg action, right? And it's all based around posture. If you haven't got the correct posture, you cannot balance correctly individually or with your partner. So we have to start thinking about what is correct posture. If I walk here, where is my body weight centered? Any answers?
Right.
My centre of gravity is down here, isn't it? It certainly isn't up here. Now what has that done for me straight away? It's put my weight backwards. What is the lady's reaction? She tries the same. So now we have weight working in opposition. Now some people talk about counterbalance, which is quite a good word, but what does it mean? Right? I'm going to try and show you how we should, the first thing we should do through the correct posture is how we relate our body positions to one another. Now what I see mostly today, especially from the younger ones coming up, you do what you think you see when they talk about presentation or a topic. And it seems to be a modern trend that the lady sets up the position of the partnership instead of the man setting up the position. Now to show you that, I have a young lady who was previous Australian champion and one of the world's top couples, at Blackpool, for example. So the last time I ever touched her was 2 years ago. Actually, I've not seen her since then either. So, if we don't really get together, there's Anna. First of all, I want Anna to imagine she's mad. Okay? Now, this is what I see from the girls, and I absolutely go mad when I see it. Right? Right. Now, look at this for a start. I don't care what you think about whether it's dance form or whatever. Elegance is part of our style of dancing. Yeah? Even in the Latin, it's about style. It must not look ugly. Now, you had a Latin lecture today that talked about posture and foot pressure, I'm sure, am I right? Right. And how the centre was motivated. Ballroom is no different. Ballet dancers are no different. Right? How do you think she looks so beautiful like that? Right? She's because she's centred. She's got no weight over the foot. So look, if I come in again as girl and I do this, where from my shoulders to my head is behind my foot. So, if Anna wants to take a swing with me from there, she has no chance because I'm moving my head and shoulders first. So what happens? The boys say, wait for it. Now you know why I got that. Right? So immediately there's a resistance because of the pull. Right, so how do we do it? So ladies, please remember what your mother told you. Right? Don't open your legs in front of the man. So from here, right? Now Anna is going to be the perfect lady. Okay? Now note, if I stand probably that way, that's my good side of the camera. Right. So notice, look, we're standing down. What are the two most dangerous words in ballroom dancing? Pardon? No, stand up. Because as soon as you think that, you stand up. Right? You stand down. I have an up feeling, and so does Anna, an up feeling from there through the inner thigh, through to the lower abdominal muscles, and everything above that is down. Imagine if you had to pick up two heavy suitcases. Right? You don't walk to the airport with them up there. Yeah? So imagine now you've got a downward energy meeting an upward energy. And where the two meet is approximately our contact area. Right. So bearing that in mind, I shall take a small step forward on my left foot, and hopefully my partner will step a small step on her right foot. Right? And as I do it, I simply open my arms and move my back up to her. So I've not changed anything physically. So an inner extension is very, very desirable. Expansion is a total disaster. When those ribs come up, and you know what? I've got half an extra rib on this side. Who's here? Right, now, if I lifted that on my wife, right, she would have divorced me. So you've got to keep everything down. Okay? Now, notice as well as the arms do not go out and back. We both take the arms forward to one another, and we make it from there. Okay? So then, she's working with me. So, ladies, let me ask you first. What is your idea of lady for contact? Do you like a lot of contact, or? Sorry? Trusting? let me test you out. Right. Now remember what I said? We're going to step forward right. Right. Darling, you've got a beautiful figure, but don't lift those up under my chin. You do that. Thank you very much. Right. Now, that's as much contact as you can get. So, really, I don't want to touch your ribs. Right? I want to touch you there. I don't want you ever to touch your partner. He will touch you. Okay? Provided he doesn't break the law, you'll be okay. 1, 2, 3. Very good. Okay. Right. So now, ladies, my message to you is, when you come in, set yourself up in front of everyone. When you come in like this, and you drop all this out here, right? You've made such a pressure of contact that I can't move. Then, also, girls, you see, you've taken both shoulders behind your balance point. All right? So now the pressure is increasing from here. So when we come in, all you can feel is the hard bone. Right? What we need to feel, girls, is that you have to imagine you're dancing off the man's back. So many of you think it's all about contact in the front and you do it there from the front. That's absolute, well, I was going to say naughty word, never mind. So when I turn from here, Anna is monitoring the rotation of my back. 1, 2, 3. Yeah? So, and what I also want the ladies to do is this. Getting out of this position with the weight firmly down those heels, right? Pounds per square inch, that's very strong, right? Now, all the girls of my era, and they were bloody good, right? They all took the weight out of the heels at the moment they wanted to dance. And if we watch this again, hopefully I can transmit my messages from here, and Anna starts to move, and there I go. I can feel the exact moment when her weight is ready to move. But from this position, right, I can feel nothing except pain. Right? So I have to have all these sensitivities. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 2, 2, 3, 3, 2, 3, 4, 2, 3, yeah, blah, blah. Now, for an old 77-year-old with one arm, that was not bad. How much we did to help you. Right. So, we now, I hope, have understood a little bit about how we take up hold. Now, I had to keep coming back to this position. And I'm thinking now about rotation. Yeah? Now, we have two very, very important ingredients in our dance. One is CBN, the other is CBMP. Now, I can't believe there are some coaches somewhere in the world saying, don't worry about CBMP, you don't need it. Well, if you've got that information, ask for your money back. Right? You cannot dance successfully together without CBM and CBMP. Now, when the girls set this position up, that one, right, that one, right, I can't turn early enough to get her into that action. Now, I'm going to demonstrate this more in a feather step in Foxtrot, yeah, that one, right, from there. Right? I see the boys go here, they can't turn, so they go this way. Right? They go, right? Because they cannot, or the girl will not turn. Right, so if we do that correctly, from here, we get our set up here, we roll up, so, slowly, 1, 2, 3, 4, so on, right? So, what did Anna turn from? She registered what my back was doing. Right, now, if I have to change my line and go sideways, I drop there. I've dropped my weight. Okay? So, what I'm feeling here, if I get the turn correctly from here, I'm swinging up to the second quick. And that is so important because, and girls, most of you don't understand this, that you have to support your body weight towards the man. And so many of you, you think the feet are on the end of your legs to stop your legs from fraying. But you've got to have foot pressure. When you get to here, you've got to have pressure, toe ball. Right? And so many of you go clomp. So all those actions, the next action becomes a down swing instead of an upswing. So now, let's look at Anna's foot action. From there, you'll see her dance, right? Here we go. Can you see it under this black number? Right. Look, she'll use, go honey, toe, ball. Right? She doesn't even think about putting the heel down because she knows as my weight is coming through, I'll put her heel down. But when you girls go in with a short, what we call a short ankle, like this, clomp. See what's happened? And she's dropped. Right? So you've got to have that suspended action. Now, what I'm going to explain to you now, you will not get this quickly, but this is what you should work for. First of all, if I take a division of step, I feel I have a triangle under my body. The base of the triangle up to there. Right? So I'm always, as I leave a foot, I'm on a foot. Okay? Now Anna will produce the feminine triangle. From there, when she's there, she's got a triangle. So there's two triangles. Now, there's the all-important third triangle. Where, has anybody got any idea where the third triangle is? You all speak English, I know. Can I tell you in Japanese? Right. The third triangle is from my back foot to Anna's back foot. Now you can see I'm supporting her little bottom. Right? We're rolling out of that foot into that foot. Slow foxtrot, slow foxtrot. Now I'm supporting that toe ball. I'm not collapsing. 1, 2, 3, 4. So, I know that in your Latin lecture, a lot of it was about foot pressure. Right? So if we think about feet, we have 3 subheadings. Footwork, which must always be correct. It's unforgivable, bad footwork. The second thing is foot pressure. How much you're using your feet. The third thing is foot styling. How beautiful your feet look. Now when I see some of them, they go like this. Clomp, 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 clomp. There's nothing, it's like going in and buying a Rolls Royce, but they say there's no wheels on it. Right? The wheels are an extra. Right? So we have to have that foot pressure. Now, it's very difficult to make people understand how much foot pressure. If we could have some sort of an electronic device that can actually register how much pressure I'm giving. So, Anna, give me your hands. Now, this is what I talk about pressure and compression. Give me your hands. Right, now I'm going to ask Anna to push my hands together. Even that one. Right, go on, push them together. Right, I'm giving her a resistance. So, go on, put it again. Now this is what a lot of you do. Right, you've gone, you've collapsed. Well, so that is how I try to explain how much foot pressure I've got. Isn't that right, Jude? Okay, and Anna's got the same thing, right? She's got to show us that she's got foot pressure. Slow, quick, quick. Now, if we've got our triangles and we've got the foot pressure, we're balanced. Yeah? But I come back to what I said at the beginning. Initially, it's all about posture. Now, the best exercise you can have to create the feeling of your inner center is to simply put your partner in front of you and simply walk. And walk backwards. Right? So our legs are articulating exactly as they would if we were walking in the street. Okay, we're not worried about competition. Look at the moment. What we're trying to get from here are the fundamentals from here. Now, when you get out of bed in the morning and you run to the bathroom quick, you don't think. You get out of bed and it's a natural instinct for you to walk to the bathroom, right? And you bend your knees the first time. Ooh. Right? So what do we do when we walk, right? So a walk, that is half a walk. That's the completion of the walk. Half a walk, completion of the walk. Now the completion of the walk is that man and lady have got 2 feet under their body. So what are we doing from there? I'm moving from my knee until the heel makes contact with the floor. I move my weight through the central point
and it arrives on that, and this leg drops into position naturally. So I've now moved that from my hip joint until it's there. Now I work from the knee and the ankle, and I move on. And that is what you do when you walk. No, because why is it not walk? Because we use more compression. And we actually travel across the floor because we swing our body weight. Right? That is the difference. Yeah? So what I don't like to see is this, and this is all about upsetting the posture as well. Some of you want to move so much that you dance open, open, slow, quick, quick, slow, because you think you're going to move. But if I do this, pass, 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 I'm finishing a step. Yeah? Are you all with me?
Yes.
Right, good. And Anna's got to do the same. Right, so she's got half a step, completion, half complete, half complete. Now you can see that her opposite foot to me is passing her body at the same time my foot is passing the body. So we're bringing the hip line into neutral to be able to create power. Yeah? But so, you see, I see so many of this. If you start with your thumb sticking out or sticking in too much, you don't walk around like that. Yeah? So it's got to be absolutely natural. So if we take a feather step again from here, 2, 3, 4, slow, forward, with slow, forward, with slow, forward. Right? It's got to be light. We don't want to hear it. Right? When you're judging, you can hear some couples coming. Right. So we don't want to hear that. You've got to treat the floor. Right? The floor is your best friend. You have to use it. The late Bill Irvin once said that your feet should be like an artist's brushes painting a canvas. The way you use your feet. I don't want to make a noise. I know it's now, another famous coach once said to me, any fool can rise, but it takes a wonderful dancer to lower correctly. So to go up is easy, but to control the lowering is the thing, right? Now this is another thing, girls, that if your posture is correct, you will lower from the man's action. If your posture is one of these, you will dictate the lowering, and that is a complete crime. Because you get to hear somebody go to drop, right? And it cuts you out. Yeah? So, and this is why, of course, we don't get into those positions, right? So, what is the difference between a good lowering action and a drop? Right, I'm going to give Anna now the thrill of the week. Give me that. Put it there. Right. Now, if I do that, I drop. Right? If I lower with this action, I lower through the legs, right? I don't drop the spine. Now, this is how I want you to think about it. If I'm walking and I'm over my feet, good. Now, if, for example, you said to me, how many meters from here to the corner? I go 1, 2, 3, 4. So you see, I've opened the legs outside of my body, so you see the drop. And if I see a drop, sometimes when I'm judging, I actually look at the heads, right? Against the back of the ballroom or something like that. You see someone go bump, you see others go quick, yeah? So we don't want those drops. Good. Now, we're coming now back to all these things that add up, right? We haven't yet talked about arms and hands. Now, like your feet, those hands on the end of your arms are a very, very important part of your performance. I hold her hand. I can't stand this. Right? Now, I've got that one in the closet. I feel this one should be in the plaster. Right? It's not natural. Right? So, what we do is I open that part of my hand. Right? How does that? So I apply that and I hold my hand up to her there. So we've got like a letter A without the crossbar in there. Yeah? So now I'm giving a certain amount of connection, not pressure, connection, and at the same time Anna's giving me exactly the same back. Okay? Now there are all sorts of hands. We have you've got what they used to call the monkey grip, right? Then they thought this might cure the monkey grip, but now we've got the snooker grip. Frozen hand like that. Right. So, hands got to be sensitive. Right, so if I do that now, right, I've shaped my hand to fit. Right, if I pick up a glass, my hand fits the glass. If I put my hand on Anna's bottom, wrong hand. Right. It fits. Now, I see this sometimes with this hand on the girl's back. It's like it's stiff. It's working. I can't do it with that hand. Come here a second, because I can't. Right. Give me that hand, right? Take that hold of that. Right. Do it right. Do it right. Right. Just come together. Right. Some of you do this. Okay, come away, Anna. Come away a minute. Now, see that? Now, if Anna's back was that shape, she'd be in a wheelchair. Now,
We can't see it.
that, right? Like that. Right? Now, so he's got to create from the elbow a curve that eventually fits and is sensitive to his partner's back. Now, we don't do that because, now, of course, that also brings the shoulder in as well. So that has to be so sensitive, and there's a curve. Right, if I do that, you can see there's a curve, right? Now, if I could curve that one, that's what I want to fit in her back. Right, there's another hand hold I want to show as well. Right, okay. Right. Now, I hate it when I see that boy's hands up there. What's it up there for? Step away, Anna. Right, what's it good to you up there? Right? Where should the man's hand be on the lady's back? Oh, there's a very simple solution. Just find her bra line. Right? And that's where you place the hand. So that part of the hand is just on the base of it. You can see her shoulder blade there, so that hand fits about there. Right. But it's no good up there, right? So you get this. Now, why do some of you boys do that? I'll tell you why. Thank you very much for the night. Why? Because when you put your arms up, you think, I've got to be big. I've got to be big. Right, so you do this. Right? Now walk away from it. There's nothing between me and my hand. Right? Now I've got something very special between my body and my hand. What's that? What is special about between my body and my hand? What's special about what is between my body and my hand? My partner. A person. Yes, my partner. Right. Okay. So I have to place that hand, which unfortunately I can't do correctly, but you know what I'm trying to say. Now, when we were talking about turning the bodies and the lady reacting to those turns, I work between my hands, right? Because between there and there, I've got to transmit rotation to my partner. So if my hand's out here and I turn, I can sort of separate my body from it. So you've got your 3 points of contact, right? 1, 2, 3. Yeah. So we must have the elbows, right, should be a little lower and a little in front of the centre of the shoulder joint. So I don't want my elbows behind. I want them there. Okay? And that one comes around my palm. Now, Anna's got to do the same. Just take up your holder and just watch that, right? So she brings her arms up from here, right? And we've got to feel that with me, because I'm not that tall, right? I'm shrinking fast, right? That when she moves, those arms have actually got to breathe forward. Do your feather steps, will you? Anna. They've got to stay with me, right? Don't take your arms with you girls this way, right? So what we're doing as we take this feather step from here, remember we were talking about the connection, and the connection here now, right? We both breathe our arms towards each other, slow, quick, slow. Yeah? So we don't disturb the balance. Yeah? Right. So we'll do that one more time. And this time we're going to do a reverse wave. And see what happened? I took my arms away, took my weight away. Right, do that once. You do it properly this time. 1, 2, 3, 4. Get the picture? You're not, you look as though you're in the dentist waiting room. Right. Well, let's have a little bit of reaction. We're trying our best. We change to a back feather, right? I don't take my weight, I leave the weight there, move the leg. When the leg's behind me, I can move. Quick. Right, now I'm going to give you another wonderful tip that I was given many years ago when I was a very young professional. I was a young one. He said to me, when you're dancing in a backward direction, never think backwards. Always think forwards. So if I'm going to do that reverse wave action again from here, I'm actually thinking right side forward. I've divided, then we can complete the step. Forward, quick. Right, now this is the important one. I'm dancing left side forward, slow, forward, quick, and so on. Right, so now you can see our rotation is so much together. Yeah? Are you having a filling or a tooth out? So now what happens if I take my weight back this way? Right? And I didn't exaggerate that from what I often see in the competition. Right, slow. Forward, quick, slow, quick. Right? And you can see Anna's all over me like a rash.
Irresistible.
Right, irresistible. Right, yeah. Okay. So, and what about the lady? Let's say, for example, if we do a 3-step, which is only a reverse wave, arms forwards, right? She leaves her arms with me here, and she allows her upper body to extend from the ball of my back foot. Quick, slow. Yeah? So, we must never do things separately. We have to have everything beautifully toned, connected. The most important thing is the weight has to be in the right place at the right time. Yep. Now, let's talk about the tango position. And before we do the tango position, can someone get me a glass of water? I'm drying up fast. You see the MP, you can't. Because you've got the girl so trapped you can't do it. Now, so if we take up our tango position, our tango position. Now, we've got the same two bodies. The bodies don't do anything different. They've still got that beautiful inner posture, clean inner posture. So we put that up together, right? And I really want Anna to respond to my back. Of course I'm too high in the legs for tango, so I invite her to change weights with me, but we stay sitting up. We'll bend the knee, but we'll sit up. Walk, walk. So, and we walk. We don't stride. Right? Right? So again, it's the same principle. And the tango should be, on your progressive actions, should be based on a walk. 1 and 2 and 1 and 2 and. Right? I don't want to see your feet out there with, I hate to see in tango the man's weight or the lady's weight between feet. Because I know then you're going to produce it up here. Yeah? So we've got to think about that once again. So are we coming the same way? I give Anna all this field. I ask her to transfer weight with me, but we sit up. Now, this is what I see a lot today. Right. Now, if I get any lower than that, I'll get one of those miner's hats with a light on it. I feel like in a tunnel. Right. So, our bodies are long, not high, long. 1 and 2 and 1 and 2 and 1 and 2 and. Right, now this is the bit I love. Right? We're going to the centre, and it looks like there's a race to see who can get to the centre first. Slow, quick, quick, and quick, 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 quick. Right? And it doesn't matter about the bloody music. You've got to get to the centre first. Right? Now, another tip I'm going to give you. If I want to go to the centre, I bring the centre to me. 1 and 2 and a 2 and 2 and. Right, if I want to go to the wall there, that beautiful dancing couple there, bring it to me. I don't want to push it away from me. Yeah? Right, so a lot of you as well perhaps don't think of the tango in its real character. We know it's going to have a lot of, it's got sharpness, it's a staccato action, but it also has its quiet, softer moments, but it is not a stiff dance. In fact, it's the opposite. Because you want such quick reflexes in the tango, you want to be able to do those kind of things fast, right? You can't, if you're all check here, nothing's going to happen, right? So if I make a reflex there, I want Anna's reaction, right? Now she doesn't know what I'm going to do. Right. Now you know I'm not using that arm, because I bloody can't, right? So, now I've got the soft, quiet moments. You don't need those to physically move your partner around. It's about reflex reaction. Yeah? So for example, if you went to hit me, come on, come on, hit me, come on. Come on. Right, go on. Right. No, I'll hit you back without. My reflex was not here, it was here. You see that in a boxer, don't you? Right? You see this guy, right? They're not sort of doing it that way, because if their weight's there, the other guy's going to really pop it. Right? So what I'm trying to prove to you here is that don't think dancing is exclusive, it's different. It's not. Whatever other sort of disciplines you might dance, right? Dance or play golf or tennis, right? It's all about action and timing, isn't it? Right? You know, if you take a golf swing, for example, from here, when you get to here, right, you don't try to knock the skin off the ball. It's what you're doing here, the way you're bringing the club down, it's the timing of it, right? Now, if you get it here and you go like that, right, it'll go. If you it won't even reach the ladies' tee, right? So it's all about rotation, golf is the nearest thing to ballroom dancing, right? Because it's all about that. The only thing you mustn't do in golf, any of you play golf here? Right, don't sway. That's the worst thing you can do. Because you know we're trained to do that, right? And, you do that, and the ball goes up there. Right? So we've got to think about how we are going to assess it. Right? Connection is very light. Anna's not touching me, I'm touching Anna. Now she's going to let me right into this body. And I'm going to bring her this way. 1 and 2 hands. Yeah? So to create that tango position, I bring her through there. Walk, walk. Go quick, quick, slow. Go quick, quick, slow. And over. Left. Now, okay, so we talked about posture and about beautiful line. So we've been talking about progressive line. Right? So I can tell you now that judges spend more time probably looking at the man going away. Because if he looks good, he knows the girl's pretty good. Right? It's different in the Latin. If they've got 2 dimples there, oh boy, I'm hard. I've got to check your dimples out.
Go for it.
Right. Okay. So everything's got to coordinate. Right? You've got actions of this going, and at the same time you've got actions of this going. We never go that way. Right? It's always that way. As you can have, you know, when you bend a knee, everything's travelling down and through that way. Right? We don't want that hyper extension. That's why I don't like the boys doing that when they start. They look like they're on a ski jump coach. And they're at that angle. Have you seen them? They get nearly parallel to their skis. With straight legs. Well, we don't need that either. Right, okay. So now that's progressive line. Now what about when we make a non-progressive moment in our dance? Let's do a same foot lunge. Right? So, what do we do with the same foot lunge? Nothing's really changed. We've got the same connection. I'm using this leg to create the foundation. We change weight together, and we extend together. Whatever. Right? Now, don't go, boys, don't just throw your girls into the line and then ignore them. Right? Right? That's an insult to them. I mean, you might have the ugliest girl on the floor, but don't. Your body language has got to be towards them, right? Now, so often I see the girls from here don't think that they've got to extend the line from my left foot up through the left side of their body, right? Don't think about your bust, girls. Don't lift it, right? And yep. Okay. Now, for me, when I'm in a non-progressive moment, whatever line I'm dancing, the lady or my partner has got to be the musical and physical extensions of what I'm doing. Could you put a waltz on for me?
Yeah.
Right. So now. Right, we don't just go in. Right, we feel that music in. And I know when Anna's finished because I'm letting her finish. Right, that arm is breathing a little bit. Right? Let's do a throwaway over this way, shall we? Let me do this one. Right, I'm much further than well, there are those bifocals and I look down on that's beginning. play her like a harp. Right? Because she's got to be my music. Right? So often you take a line and you think the music stopped. And then you come out. The band is not going to stop. One, two, three, one. So, and the furthest extension was the exit. 3, 1, 2, 3. Right? So musically, everything we do in the waltz has got to be danced from 3 to 3. 3, 1, 2, 3, 1. So 3 is your most productive beat of music physically. 1 is the accented beat from the orchestra, but we dance 3. So for example, can I have that music again, please, sir? You're playing very well tonight. 1, 2, 3, 1. 3, 1. 3, 1. So, everything has got to be, that's how we connect, right? Now, I've said this to you, I think, before. You all hear the music. Your hearing is all very good. You hear it. The difference between you, me, Thomas, Natasha, and our Latin superb champions, is they listen to the bloody music and you don't, right? They listen. They feel it. They express it, right? Do a couple of basic.
Oh, really?
Right. Now, from there, they feel it.
Yeah.
Right. Which foot do I start? Right. You want this on the right foot? Right. You want me to go that way first? Right. Now, how's my connection? Now, there's a connection there, isn't there? Exactly the same as I said in the morning, right? Now, what happens now if you just take if Julia would take her weight back from the top? Oh, she's pulled, right? So she's working towards me. She's working towards me. 2 and 3 and 4 and 1. 2 and 3 and 4 and 1. Yeah? So, that's your parents, right? But actually, that was good because she didn't touch me. She didn't touch me. Right. Light as a feather. You're a lucky bugger, aren't you?
I know.
Okay. Right, ladies and gentlemen, to finally put everything in a package, yeah? Posture, balance, articulation, right, will give you a much better performance, and I can assure you, you will feel happier dancing together, right? No one's pulling, no one is pushing, yeah? Right. So hopefully, tomorrow, we'll see some beautiful, rhythmic, feeling, a lot of music, yeah? You don't get to listen to it, right? Because when you put the fox, he's gone. Oh, the foxtrot was number 2, I think, in the fox. Foxtrot section, so probably not 2. Have a look. If all else fails, read the instructions. This song is called Out of Nowhere. Right, so we're coming out of nowhere. I want to thank Anna for helping me once again. I hope you've enjoyed it and you've gained some wonderful information today, be it Latin or Ballroom. I'm sure you have. And we look forward to seeing you all tomorrow. Enjoying yourself. We won't recognise most of you because you'll have your hair down, your eyelashes on. Okay, thank you very much.